Hey there, it's John, the Everyday Joe, certified personal trainer since 2006, here to give you guys some fitness tips and tricks on fat loss, building muscle, whether you're a man or woman, teenager, somebody who was fit and wants to get back into shape, or if you're completely new to the fitness game. I've been working out myself since the 90s, got my personal training certification back in '06, and honestly, I've been learning something new or trying something new almost every single day for about 20 years now. So I know a little bit about the fat loss space and the muscle building space, or the hypertrophy space. When I first started doing this, there really wasn't a term for people like me that were going into scientific journals and then trying to replicate some of those studies either on myself or on my friends. Nowadays, I think this term is science-based lifters, and I appreciate that. The guys like Mike Israetel and Jeff Nippard, I watch their videos, and it's like, yeah, that's that's kind of how I've been living my life for the majority of the past 2 decades. And I apologize to my friends who I've used as guinea pigs, but it was all in service of the greater good. That being said, there were so many times where there were close family members and friends of mine that I wanted to help out on their fitness journey, particularly on a fat loss journey. And we'd see progress, and then they would hit a wall, or we would have some hiccups, or things would stall, and I know they would beat themselves up, and quietly I would beat myself up too, because they trusted me and were in a situation where I can't help them get over that hump. I can't help them fully achieve that goal that they're going for. And after literally years of training people and trying different methods and thinking there's got to be one best fat loss workout regimen, there isn't. Or there's got to be one best muscle building workout regimen, there isn't. I finally came to the conclusion about 8 years ago that I'm not that important. And I say that not to be self-deprecating, but honestly, the personal trainer, if you have one in your life, or the gym that you frequent, at best, that's the third most important part of your fat loss journey in particular. And here's what I mean. After years of training people and having people lose a lot of weight, but also watching a lot of people struggle to lose weight and keep the weight off, it became abundantly clear to me the personal trainer is at best the third most important part of a person's fat loss journey. It's way more important to sometimes listen to free advice. So I'm going to give you some. Literally free, F-R-E-E. Food, rest, exercise, and effort. Those 4 things in that exact order are what a person needs to prioritize in order to maximize their fat loss goals, and then to be able to maintain a healthy body composition fairly easily for the rest of their lives. But let me explain. The food, by far, there are literally hundreds of scientific journals that show us that the nutritional intake is far and away the most important part of fat loss, of muscle building, and maintaining a healthy body composition. If you were to do nothing else, literally do no serious exercise, nothing beyond going for a walk, you could still easily meet your fat loss goals and maintain a healthy body composition if the only thing you focused on was your food, your nutritional intake, making sure that you are getting the correct amount of calories for your body's needs and for your daily expenditure, and not eating things that derail your progress or your efforts to lose fat. The second most important thing is getting adequate rest. There are an equal number of studies that show us that when we don't get adequate rest, meaning 7 to 9 hours of sleep on average, that our stress levels increase, and it really sets us up for failure in almost every other aspect of our lives. The third element Now we're finally getting to where a guy like me can help you out in the gym or at home, is the exercise. Yes, beyond fat loss, there are tons of emotional and mental benefits to having some sort of exercise regimen on a daily basis. And of course, that can help to facilitate a fat loss journey. And then last is the effort. Putting in the appropriate amount of effort with the preceding three elements, especially with the exercise, is what helps to really take you over the top. And that's where, sure, a trainer or a very specific workout regimen can help you. But if you do that in the reverse order, you're setting yourself up for failure. And most people at some point who have gone on a weight loss regimen or journey and haven't made it to the very end, unfortunately, have reversed that order, where they jump in with maximum effort, but they haven't set up the correct exercise regime. They definitely don't have their sleep prioritized, and they may or may not have their food and the nutritional intake prioritized to a level where it actually makes sense and is sustainable, and they're not starving themselves and feeling miserable and feeling like it's not a sustainable situation, because it probably isn't. So please, if you take nothing else away from this, please remember this free advice: FREE, food, rest, exercise, and effort. If you have to prioritize just one thing, prioritize the food. Prioritize maintaining a slight caloric deficit while you're trying to lose fat and trying to lose weight, and then figure out what the correct caloric intake is to maintain that healthy body composition that you finally reached. The food is so much more important. Then, if you could only prioritize two things, making sure you get adequate food and making sure you get adequate rest. Whatever it is that you need to do in terms of going to sleep a little bit early or sleeping in a little bit early if your lifestyle allows it, but prioritizing the rest over anything else. Once those two things are locked in, now you're ready to focus on the exercise that you want to do. Maybe it's going for a walk every single day. Maybe it's doing some degree of weight training every single day. Maybe there is a cardio class at your local gym that you want to go check out, you've heard great things about, and you want to go with a friend. Fantastic. Lastly, put in that optimal effort. Put it all together where you are maximizing the amount of time that you're spending either at the gym or at home in your own living room, and you will see great results. I promise you. FREE. This is the best advice I can give to anyone who's going on a fat loss journey or wonders why they've tried something in the past and it didn't quite work out. You've got to make sure your priorities are aligned properly. And understandably, for some people, it is going to be harder to lose weight. For certain demographics, it's just going to be harder. There's no way around it. I can't sit here and lie to you and say that for everybody the exact same amount of effort is going to yield the same results. We have way too much scientific data showing us that that is not the case. There was a study where a number of people were put into a closed environment, and the researchers gave them all a 1,000 calorie surplus every single day, and you would think they would all gain the same amount of weight, but they didn't. There were people that gained as little as 10 pounds, and there were people that gained as much as 30 pounds. The reverse has also been seen to be true. Being in the same caloric deficit as your friend, let's say you're both on a 1,900 calorie per day diet, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have identical results. You have different genetics, you have different backgrounds, and your bodies are just going to respond differently to the stimuli that you give to it. You have different hormones. If your best friend Rebecca has hormones that make it a little bit more difficult for her to lose weight, she's going to see different results than you, even if you're eating the identical diet. So it's never going to be fair to you or to anyone to compare yourself to someone else's journey, but just know it might be a little bit more difficult than what the commercial made it seem like, or what the nice lean trainer made it sound like. Your journey is going to be your journey, but that makes it even more critical that you focus on those 4 elements in that order in order to achieve your fat loss goals.